Have you ever felt like just climbing the stairs takes all the strength out of your legs? Or that getting out of bed in the morning feels like you're lifting bricks instead of just moving your own body? If that sounds familiar, you're not alone, and it's not just aging. What you might be feeling could be something deeper, something called sarcopenia. It's a silent condition that sneaks up on millions of older adults, and most people don't even know they have it. In fact, according to the American Geriatric Society, over 30% of people over the age of 60 may already be affected by sarcopenia without ever getting a formal diagnosis. So, what is it exactly? Sarcopenia is the gradual loss of muscle mass and strength that comes with age. But here's the scary part, it's not just about feeling a little weaker or slower. Sarcopenia increases your risk of falls, fractures, and even shortens your life expectancy. And yet, it's often brushed off as just getting older. But what if I told you there's something you can do, something simple, natural, and available at your local grocery store? That's the good news. You're not powerless against sarcopenia. In fact, research shows that with the right daily habits, especially around nutrition, you can fight back and even rebuild strength. And believe it or not, it starts with fruit. Yes, fruit. Not pills, not powders, not complicated supplements, but delicious everyday fruits you might already have in your kitchen. In this video, we're going to walk through 9 powerful fruits that can help protect your muscles, speed up recovery, reduce inflammation, and keep you steady on your feet naturally. Each one is backed by science, easy to enjoy, and surprisingly effective. One of them might be hiding in your pantry right now. Another could be growing in a neighbor's yard. And one is so powerful, it may reduce your risk of muscle loss by over 30% with just a handful a day. So, if you're over 60 or even approaching it and you care about staying strong, independent, and mobile, stay with me. Because the small choices you make today could mean the difference between relying on a walker tomorrow or walking freely, confidently, and with energy. Let's begin this journey by unlocking nature's secret weapon sewn fruit at a time. Let me ask you something simple but important. When was the last time you thought of prunes as more than just a digestive aid? You know, the kind of food your grandma used to keep in the cupboard for when things weren't moving along? Well, here's the truth. Prunes are so much more than a bathroom helper. They're one of the most underrated allies we have when it comes to fighting age-related muscle loss, also known as sarcopenia. Let's start with something surprising. Just 100 grams of prunes about, a small handful contains over 700 milligrams of potassium. That's actually more than what you'd get from a banana. And potassium is essential for muscle function. It helps your muscles contract properly, prevents those nagging cramps, and supports strength from the inside out. But that's only the beginning. Prunes are also packed with phenolic compounds, natural plant antioxidants that quietly work behind the scenes to fight chronic inflammation. Why does that matter? Because as we age, inflammation builds up in our bodies, slowly chipping away at our muscles, joints, and energy. These little wrinkly fruits actually help repair and preserve your muscles with every bite. And there's more. Prunes are a great source of vitamin K, a nutrient your body needs to keep your bones strong and stable. You see, muscle strength and bone health go hand in hand. Without strong bones, even the strongest muscles can't do their job. It's like building a house on a weak foundation. Here's the real magic. Studies show that increasing your potassium intake, something as simple as eating a few prunes daily, can reduce the risk of muscle weakness by up to 33%. That's a major difference for such a small change. Now, I know what you might be thinking. How do I eat prunes without getting bored of them? It's easy. Eat them straight out of the bag. Soak them overnight in water and drink the liquid for a gentle boost. Chop them into your oatmeal, toss them in a salad, or blend them into your morning smoothie. They add a natural sweetness and are super easy on the stomach, especially for folks who are trying to cut down on added sugar or salt. One of my favorite ways? I soak them overnight and eat them first thing in the morning. That simple habit wakes up my digestion and sets the tone for a day where I feel more energized, more stable, and just stronger. Prunes may be small, but they pack a powerful punch-on that's easy, affordable, and delicious. If you're over 60 and want a natural, no-fuss way to support your strength, don't overlook this humble fruit. Because sometimes, the simplest choices like eating 3 or 4 prunes a day can quietly become the foundation of your freedom, independence, and vitality. Let me tell you a little story. A friend of mine, John Hayes, in his late 60s, used to complain about how tired his legs felt after gardening, something he loved doing for hours in his younger days. He thought it was just age catching up with him. But then, during one of our morning walks, I asked him a simple question: what if your muscles aren't just aging, but starving for the support they used to have? That's when I told him about something hiding in plain sight in the produce aisle: red grapes. You see, red grapes might look like just a sweet snack, but inside their ruby skins lies something incredibly powerful: resveratrol and flavonoids. These natural plant compounds are antioxidants, and they're not just fighting off damage from aging, they're actively supporting your muscles, your circulation, and even your energy levels. Let me break it down. As we get older, our muscles start to lose strength, not just from disuse, but because our cells aren't getting the oxygen and nutrients they need as efficiently. That's where resveratrol comes in. This compound improves blood flow, so your muscles get more of what they need to recover, grow, and stay strong. And here's the fascinating part. Resveratrol doesn't stop at circulation. It goes even deeper to your mitochondria. These are the tiny energy factories inside every muscle cell. When mitochondria are healthy, you feel more energized, recover faster, and stay active longer. When they're sluggish, so are you. What's even more exciting? Studies show that eating just 200 grams of red grapes daily, that's about 1 generous cup, can reduce age-related muscle loss by up to 20%. That's a big return for such a small change. But don't just grab any grape. For the best benefits, go for red grapes, with thicker skins and seeds. That's where most of the resveratrol lives. If chewing the seeds feels odd at first, toss the grapes into a smoothie. You won't even notice them, but your body will thank you. You can also freeze them for a refreshing snack on a hot day, add them to oatmeal or yogurt, or toss them into a salad for a pop of sweetness and strength-building power. And remember, consistency is key. This isn't about eating grapes once and expecting miracles. It's about making small, sustainable changes that nourish your body every single day. So next time you pass by those bunches of red grapes at the store, don't just see fruit. See potential. See energy. See a simple, sweet step toward keeping your body strong, your movement steady, and your independence intact. Because every bite you take today is an investment in how you move tomorrow. Have you ever walked through a farmer's market, seen a basket of little green peppers, and wondered what they were? Maybe you've even tasted them at a tapas restaurant, mild, blistered, a little salty, and thought, that was tasty. But what if I told you those humble little peppers might be one of the best-kept secrets to staying strong and mobile as you age? They're called Padron pepper sand. They're more than just a side dish. They're a natural tool for protecting your muscles, your joints, and your overall strength, especially after 60. Let's start with something simple: vitamin C. Just 100 grams of Padron peppers, roughly 5 or 6 peppers, provides about 120 milligrams of vitamin C. That's more than 130% of the recommended daily amount for adults over 50. And no, it's not just about immune health. Vitamin C is critical for producing collagen, the stuff that holds your body together. Collagen connects your muscles, tendons, and ligaments, keeping them flexible and strong. But here's the kicker: bodies naturally make less collagen as we age. That's why joints feel stiffer, recovery takes longer, and injuries seem to linger. Eating Padron peppers gives your body the raw materials it needs to rebuild, repair, and stay resilient. But there's more. Padron peppers contain a gentle form of capsaicin. That's the compound that gives spicy peppers their kick. Don't worry, these peppers aren't hot. They're mild enough for sensitive stomachs, but even at low levels, capsaicin helps improve blood flow by relaxing blood vessels and stimulating circulation. That means more oxygen and nutrients delivered to your muscles where they're needed most. Want to boost the benefits even more? Try sautéing them with extra virgin olive oil and a pinch of turmeric. Olive oil brings in heart-healthy fats and helps your body absorb fat-soluble nutrients. Turmeric, thanks to its active compound curcumin, fights inflammation of the biggest hidden causes of joint pain and muscle loss in older adults. It's a simple combination, but incredibly powerful. 5 or 6 blistered padron peppers, a drizzle of olive oil, a sprinkle of turmeric served as a snack, a side dish, or tossed into your favorite grain bowl. No pills, no protein shakes, just real food that works with your body, not against it. I often say, strength after 60 isn't about doing more, it's about doing smarter. Padron peppers are smart. They're gentle, flavorful, easy to prepare, and quietly help your body stay active, balanced, and independent. So the next time you see those little green peppers at a marketer, even grow them in your own garden, grab a handful. They may be small, but they're packed with the power to keep you walking, lifting, and living with confidence. Because staying strong doesn't have to be complicated, it just has to be consistent. Have you ever stumbled across a tree with smooth reddish bark and clusters of bright red berries maybe during a hike in the Pacific Northwest, or a quiet walk through a California trail? If so, you might have walked right past one of nature's most powerful secrets for healthy aging, arbutus berries, also known as madrona berries. Now, I know these aren't exactly the berries you'll find in your grocery aisle or smoothie bar, but trust me, just because they're wild and lesser known doesn't mean they aren't mighty. In fact, these tiny fruits pack a nutritional punch that rivals and even surpasses some of the most famous superfoods out there. Let's talk numbers first. Arbutus berries contain twice as much vitamin C as oranges, about 250 milligrams per 100 grams. That's incredible, especially when you realize that adults over 50 only need around 90 milligrams a day. And why does that matter? Because vitamin C isn't just for colds. It's essential for collagen production, the protein that keeps your muscles, joints, and skin strong and flexible. But vitamin C is just the beginning. These berries are also rich in flavonoids and tannins, powerful plant compounds that fight inflammation and improve blood circulation. That's key for older adults, because as we age, chronic low-grade inflammation can slowly wear away at our muscles and make us feel stiff, tired, or weak sometimes without any clear reason. Arbutus berries work quietly to calm that inflammation and get more oxygen and nutrients flowing to your muscles. It's like giving your body a tune-up every day. Here's how I like to enjoy them. If you're lucky enough to find them fresh, maybe from a local market, or foraging trip tree eating 4 to 5 berries a day, their flavor is unique, slightly sweet, a little tart, and incredibly refreshing. You can mash them into a simple homemade jam with a bit of lemon juice and honey, or stir them into plain Greek yogurt with a touch of ground ginger. That ginger adds another layer of anti-inflammatory support, and it tastes amazing. What I love most about arbutus berries is their message. They remind us that you don't need flashy packaging or trendy labels to stay strong and healthy. Sometimes, the most powerful support comes from the quiet, wild corners of nature, from a berry that asks nothing of you but to pick it, taste it, and feel the strength it gives. So the next time someone tells you muscle loss is just part of getting old, smile and pass them a spoonful of madrona jam. Because aging is natural, but losing strength doesn't have to be. Let me paint a picture for you. It's early morning. The sun's just rising. You sit by the window with a warm cup of tea and reach for something small, golden, and glowing with natural sweetness, a golden kiwi. It may not look like much, but inside this fuzzy little fruit is a secret your muscles have been waiting for. As we age, our bodies face a quiet challenge. It gets harder to build and maintain muscle. Even if you're eating healthy, your body may not absorb the protein it needs efficiently anymore. That's one of the key reasons why muscle mass tends to decline after 60. But golden kiwi, it's like nature's gentle solution. For starters, just one medium golden kiwi contains about 161 milligrams of vitamin C. That's around 180% of your daily needs if you're over 50. And vitamin C isn't just for fighting colds. It plays a vital role in collagen production, helping your muscles, joints, and tendons stay flexible and strong. But here's what really sets golden kiwi apart. It contains a natural enzyme called actinidin. You probably haven't heard of it, but it's a game changer. Actinidin helps your digestive system break down and absorb protein more efficiently. That means the chicken breast or beans you eat, your muscles can actually use it thanks to this little fruit. That's why I always recommend eating one first thing in the morning on an empty stomach. It helps wake up your digestion, supports better nutrient absorption, and gives you a boost of energy to start your day with strength and intention. Want to take it one step further? Try pairing your golden kiwi with a few walnuts and a drizzle of raw honey. Walnuts bring in healthy fats and plant-based protein, while raw honey has natural anti-inflammatory compounds. Together, they create a muscle-loving, brain-boosting, anti-inflammatory breakfast you'll actually look forward to. What I love about golden kiwi is how gentle and easy it is. No chewing struggles, no bitterness, just a soft, sweet fruit that feels like a treat but works like a supplement. And for anyone with a sensitive stomach, it's a kind companion. Plus, it's available in most stores year-round. So, if you're looking for a simple, natural way to support your muscle health, protein absorption, and overall vitality, without adding pills or powders, look no further than the golden kiwi. Sometimes, the key to staying strong isn't about doing more. It's about choosing smarter, more intentional habits. And this little fruit? It's one of the smartest steps you can take starting tomorrow morning. Have you ever walked past a fruit tree in someone's backyard, its branches heavy with soft, golden orange fruit, and not given it a second thought? If so, you might have passed up one of the most powerful little weapons against age-related muscle loss. I'm talking about loquatsa, sweet, tangy fruit that's been quietly growing in warm climates for centuries, and now science is finally catching up to what nature already knew. Loquats aren't flashy, they don't show up in commercials or trendy health bars, but they contain something that could change the way we think about aging muscles: ursolic acid. This plant-based compound is a game changer. It's been shown in studies to actually reverse muscle loss, not just slow it down. One study published by the American Heart Association found that older adults who consumed around 200 grams of loquats a day, that's about 4 to 6 medium fruit shad, a 30% lower risk of developing sarcopenia, the medical term for age-related muscle decline. That's a big deal, especially when you think about how much independence and confidence are tied to our strength as we age. But the power of loquats doesn't stop there. They're packed with carotenoids, which are antioxidants that protect your skin, support eye health, and reduce cellular stress. For older adults, that means clearer vision, healthier skin, and fewer signs of inflammation that quietly drain your energy and mobility. Loquats also deliver a healthy dose of potassium, which helps maintain muscle function, fluid balance, and nerve signaling. If you've ever struggled with leg cramps or felt that drained, sluggish feeling midday, your potassium levels might be partly to blame. This fruit helps keep things steady. And here's a bonus: you might not expect. Loquats are also rich in soluble fiber, which supports stable blood sugar and digestive health. That means fewer crashes, more consistent energy, and better endurance for the activities you love, whether it's gardening, walking, or dancing with your grandkids. Now, how do you enjoy them? Simple. You can eat them fresh, just peel, remove the seeds, and enjoy their soft, juicy flesh. Or, for something comforting and nutrient-packed, try making a loquat compote. Just simmer chopped loquats with a splash of lemon juice, a pinch of cinnamon, and a drizzle of extra virgin olive oil. No added sugar needed. These fruits are naturally sweet. The lemon boosts vitamin C, the cinnamon calms inflammation, and the olive oil helps you absorb those fat-soluble nutrients like carotenoids. What I love about loquats is this: they remind us that the answer to better health doesn't have to come in a bottle or prescription. Sometimes, it's hanging quietly on a branch, waiting for someone to notice. So the next time you see loquats at a local farmer's marketer ripening in your neighbor's yard, don't walk past them. Pick one up, peel it, taste it, and let that little fruit remind you, aging may be inevitable, but losing strength doesn't have to be. Let me ask you something. When was the last time you ate a berry that didn't just taste good but actually helped you stay strong, think sharper, and maybe even slow down aging? I'm talking about wild blackberries. Yes, those dark, juicy little gems you might remember picking along a country trail or seeing in a summer pie. But here's what most people don't know. Wild blackberries are far more than just a sweet treat. They're a powerful ally in your fight against muscle loss and memory decline, two challenges many of us face after 60. Let's start with the science. Wild blackberries are loaded with something called anthocyanins. These are natural plant pigments that give blackberries their rich, dark color, and they do more than just look pretty. Anthocyanins are powerful anti-inflammatory agents. They help reduce the kind of silent inflammation that causes muscle weakness, joint pain, and chronic fatigue. And when your muscles aren't inflamed, you move easier, rest better, and feel stronger every single day. But that's not all. These little berries also deliver vitamin C and manganese, two key nutrients that help repair muscle tissue and produce collagen. That means stronger joints, better flexibility, and more resilience for everything from walking to lifting groceries to dancing with your grandkids. Now here's where it gets exciting. According to research, eating just 100 grams of wild blackberries a day, that's about a small bowl can, help reduce age-related muscle loss by up to 25%. That's not a small number. That's the kind of difference you can feel in your steps, your energy, your balance. And we haven't even touched on your brain yet. Wild blackberries also help protect your memory. Their antioxidants fight oxidative stress, which has been linked to cognitive decline and forgetfulness. So while your body gets stronger, your mind stays sharper too. It's like feeding both your muscles and your memory with every bite. What I love most is how easy they are to enjoy. You can eat them fresh by the handful, stir them into your morning yogurt, blend them into a smoothie with a splash of flaxseed oil for extra anti-inflammatory power. You can even freeze them and drop a few into your sparkling water-like Nature's vitamin ice cubes. And if you don't have access to wild berries in your area, don't worry. Frozen wild blackberry esses, long as they're unsweetened and unprocessed, still carry all the benefits. Here's the takeaway. Sometimes, the smallest things make the biggest difference. Wild blackberries may be tiny, but they're mighty, helping you stay strong, steady, and sharp as the years go by. So next time you see a carton of wild blackberries at the store, or a bush along a trail, don't pass them up. Add them to your routine. Nourish your strength. Protect your memory. Because aging isn't just about adding years, it's about living each one fully. Let me ask you this. Have you ever spread a slice of avocado on toast and thought, this is delicious? Well, what if I told you that smooth, green goodness is doing a lot more than just tasting great? Avocados are one of the most powerful and underestimated foods when it comes to preserving your muscle strength as you age. Yes, really, that creamy fruit is more than just trendy. It's science-backed support for your body, especially for those of us over 60. Here's why. Avocados are packed with monounsaturated fats, the heart-healthy kind that your body loves. But it's not just about your heart. These good fats actually help your body absorb vitamins like E and K. Why does that matter? Because those two vitamins are critical for keeping your muscles strong and your bones stable. Without enough of them, you're more prone to weakness, instability, even falls. But that's not all. Avocados also contain magnesium and potassium, two essential minerals that help your muscles contract and relax properly. Ever get those annoying nighttime leg cramps? A little daily avocado might help reduce that. They also bring a modest dose of vitamin B6 and folate, which help with protein metabolism, meaning your body can better use the protein you eat to actually build and maintain muscle. Here's the part that really caught my attention. A study published in the Journal of Nutrition found that adults who regularly ate monounsaturated fats, like those in avocados, had more lean muscle and less body fat than those who consumed mostly saturated fats. That's a pretty big deal, especially when we know how hard it can be to keep muscle as we get older. But maybe the most powerful benefit of avocados, they help your body fight chronic inflammation and oxidative stress, the two silent culprits that slowly eat away at muscle tissue over time. Inflammation isn't always loud. It creeps in quietly, making you feel slower, stiffer, or just not like yourself. Avocados help push back, bite by bite. Now, you don't need to eat a whole one. Just a quarter to half an avocado a day can do the trick. Try spreading it on whole grain toast with a boiled egg, blending it into a smoothie, adding it to a salad, or just eating it straight with a pinch of sea salt and lemon. This simple fruit, so easy to add, so satisfying to eat, might just be one of the smartest daily habits for staying strong, energized, and independent. So the next time you slice open an avocado, remember it's not just food, it's fuel for your future. Have you ever sliced into a ripe papaya and marveled at that bright orange color? Maybe you've tossed it into a fruit salad or eaten it for breakfast without giving it much thought. But here's something you might not know. Papaya isn't just delicious. It's one of nature's most powerful tools for fighting muscle loss as we age. Let's talk about why that matters. After the age of 50, many of us start to notice subtle changes. Climbing stairs gets harder, lifting groceries feels heavier, or recovering after a walk takes longer. This isn't just getting older. It could be sarcopenia, gradual loss of muscle mass and strength that happens quietly over time. But here's the good news. One of the simplest ways to push back is sitting right in your fruit bowl. Papaya is packed with vitamin C, around 62 milligrams in just 100 grams of fruit. Why is that important? Because vitamin C plays a key role in producing collagen, the protein that keeps our muscles, tendons, and ligaments strong and flexible. Think of collagen as the glue that holds your muscle network together. Without enough of it, we lose strength and mobility. But that's just the beginning. Papaya also contains a natural enzyme called papain. It's similar to actinidin found in golden kiwis. Papain helps your digestive system break down protein more efficiently, which is crucial after 60. Because here's the catch. Many older adults eat enough protein, but their bodies don't absorb it as well. Papain makes sure the chicken you ate, or the beans in your salad, are actually used by your muscles to rebuild and repair. That's a game changer. And there's more. Papaya is rich in vitamin A, vitamin E, and beta-carotene, powerful antioxidants that protect your muscle cells from aging and stress. They fight the oxidative damage that slowly weakens our muscles over time, and they do it naturally, without side effects. Papaya also has gentle anti-inflammatory properties, which can help ease muscle soreness and improve flexibility. If you've been feeling a little stiff in the mornings or achy after light activity, adding this fruit to your routine might bring more relief than you'd expect. So how do you use it? Simple. Enjoy 1 or 2 slices of ripe papaya a day, ideally after a high-protein meal to support digestion and absorption. You can pair it with Greek yogurt and a spoonful of chia seeds for a refreshing dessert that's not only delicious, but also deeply nourishing for your muscles. It's easy, it's natural, and it's something you can start today. No pills, no powders, just a tropical fruit with powerful benefits. So the next time you're at the grocery store, don't overlook that papaya. It's not just sweet and juicy, it's your secret weapon against muscle loss, helping you move with confidence, stay active longer, and live life on your own terms. Let me leave you with this. Muscle loss doesn't happen overnight. It doesn't shout. It doesn't announce itself. It sneaks in quietly, slowly, making simple things like climbing stairs, standing from a chair, or walking around the block feel just a little harder than they used to. But here's the truth I hope you take with you today. You are not powerless. The choices you make today, even something as small as the fruit you add to your breakfast, can ripple into your strength, your balance, your independence months or even years down the road. That's what makes this so hopeful. These 9 humble fruits we've talked about today aren't just tasty. They are nutritional, tool-simple, natural, and effective, specifically designed by nature to help your body fight back against sarcopenia, the silent thief of strength after 60. Whether it's tossing a few prunes into your oatmeal, snacking on red grapes while reading, or ending your day with some wild blackberries in yogurt. These tiny actions matter more than you think. And it's not just about muscles, it's about protecting your freedom, your ability to move through life on your own terms without relying on others. It's about preserving your confidence, your mobility, and yes, your joy. Because let's be honest, aging doesn't mean giving up. It means living smarter. It means choosing what helps you thrive. So here's my gentle challenge to you. Pick just one fruit from this list. 1. Add it to your routine this week. Watch how your body responds. Maybe you'll feel a bit more energy. Maybe your walk feels steadier. Or maybe it's just knowing that you're doing something good for yourself. That's where strength begins, not with a dramatic change, but with a quiet decision made again and again. And if this video gave you something valuable, hope, knowledge, or simply a reminder that your health is worth protecting, please give it a thumbs up and share it with someone you love. You never know who might need this. And don't forget to subscribe and hit that little bell icon so you won't miss out on future videos where we dive deeper into the small things that make a big difference, especially after 60. Because this journey, you're not walking it alone. We're in this together. And every step you take, every bite you choose, brings you closer to the strong, vibrant, independent life you deserve. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.